Howdy, howdy, friends, and welcome back to another edition of the ONETA Show, brought to you by PTE Creative. As always, I'm your host, Evan Davies. Hope you enjoyed that sweet new intro. Today, we're actually doing something I've never done before. We're going to be ranking Pokemon, but I'm going to try to speed run this thing for you, because there's a lot of Pokemon to rank. Because as you can see here, we are ranking all of Gen 3's Pokemon. And it is going to be a task that is quite fun. In this new era, I'm going to try to do something that I almost never pull off. I'm going to try to be quick with my words. So let's get straight on to it. I'm going to describe every Pokemon as I do it. You can see my categories. I have 7 categories. Phenomenal. Best of the best there is. Greatness, those S tier that just don't quite make phenomenal category. Damn good, it's usually about an A. Good is a B. Average is your C. It's your run-of-the-mill Pokemon that I don't really have any feelings towards. Please know that's some slightly negative feelings or I don't care about Pokemons. And go away heat. Go away heat is a pro wrestling term in which it's a heel, but it's not because people don't love to hate you. People just hate you. That's the whole point of that one. Go away heat means please just get this person away from us because we can't stand them, but not in a good way. Go away heat is a possibility for some of these Pokemon. I'm going to be doing a lot of design work and personality quirks based off the design. That's going to be my criteria. Here we go. So we're going to start right off the bat with Trico and our starters here. I'm going to go up to the damn good category. I love Trico, love the design, love the grasswork elements and the color scheming with the red. Balanced with those kind of greens. Very good with the jungle vibe that Hoenn goes for in the tropical setting. I'm going to stick with starters to go right away. I'm going to go Torchic. Torchic is good to me. Actually, no, I'm going to put Torchic up to damn good. It's just so cute. It's adorable. It's fun. Orange and yellow really give the fire vibes. Adore that. Very good. And then we're going to go to Mudkip. Again, all 3 of these I'm going to go into the damn good category. They're just so cute. Mudkip, I love the orange balance with the cheeks to get that axolotl vibe without immediately going axolotl. All 3 really do a good job of echoing what I think is awesome about Pokemon, which is it doesn't have to be a straightforward creature. That's something that I even fall into when I design my own Pokemon on the Pokemon Bliss Oblivion Project, available every Wednesday. Shameless plug. But nonetheless, you don't need something so straightforward, and I think all 3 of these take elements of real-world creatures, but yet give them their own personality that I think is great. Now, before I continue with these Pokemon, I will say this. Here's a message from our sponsor. I hear you guys are really liking PT Creative's content, and you know what? You should, because it's pretty rad. You may even want to support the channel even more. Well, there's a way you can do it and reward yourself. And that's by going to our Etsy shop. Head on over to PTE Creative's Etsy shop and you can find all kinds of cool merch like you see on screen. You may be watching some of our Pokemon themed content and going, I'd love some merch there. You can do that. You can even get our custom Fakemon stickers right there, or stickers of existing Pokemon, t-shirts, or mystery packs. But you may be saying, I don't know if Pokemon's maybe my vibe. You know what? That's fine, because we got all kinds of fun, snarky millennial content and sports-related things over at the Etsy shop as well. Maybe you got some big bench warmer energy that you just got to spread with the world. Or maybe you just need to tell people that you hope both teams are having fun as they're playing, because it's just all about vibes to you, and you hate to see it. You'd hate to see it if you didn't get your merch. You can go get that merch right here, right now. Head on over to Etsy. Go to etsy.com/shop/PTE Creative and go get yourself some awesome merch and go support a local content creator in this community we call the internet. Hope y'all see some great merch coming soon from Etsy. Go to PT Creative on Etsy and get yourself some great merch now! And we're back, folks. Please go check out that Etsy shop. It's going to help a lot in helping us grow and, frankly, helping your boy make a couple shuckles. So please hit that up. All right, we're going to continue. We're going to go and now finish in lines here. Grovyle. Grovyle is a weird one for me. I think it's I'm going to go average on Grovyle. It's kind of just a weird shape. I love parts of it, but it's just kind of a weird look to it. I'm going to go average. Sceptile, on the other hand, Sceptile is greatness. Greatness personified. And I'm not going to lie, Sceptile has a good possibility of going up to phenomenal. The Christmas tree style tail is a great nod, but it doesn't immediately give it. It just gives more powerful tail with the gauntlet style of leaves on the sides, and getting those yellow glowing bulbs on its back. Also, great reference to pollen and other things of that nature. Sceptile is greatness. Mega Sceptile, I'm gonna put right in the greatness category again. Now it's now it almost looks like it's a poison-based Christmas tree tail. Even better, it gets a dragon typing. All for it. Glorious. Combuskin. Combuskin, I'm gonna go to average. I thought about good. I might push it up. Again, color scheming is great. Love the size of it. Makes it look like an awkward teen. Always important in middle evolution. There's sometimes in the facial structure base that I'm just kind of like, okay. Blaziken. I'm going to go Blaziken as average. Blaziken in theory is really cool. I just really don't like the overall execution vibe at the end, specifically with the headpiece. I think that's a very odd choice. This looks... goes a little too far away from the inspiration to me. I think it should still have a little bit more similar beak to Torchic and Combuskin. Mega Blaziken, on the other hand, looks very rad and is... I'm going to go into greatness category. That looks like... This should... Using the cursor... Blaziken should look closer to Combuskin, and then you can get towards a little bit more of this in Mega Blaziken. Mega Blaziken is glorious and looks beautiful. Marshtomp. Marshtomp, I might go as far as to say please no. It's a little too weird of the awkward teen. Very much a glue eater vibe. Swampert. Swampert is tremendous. I adore Swampert. This sprite doesn't do it a lot of justice, but Swampert is tremendous. Great in-use Pokemon. Phenomenal typing with the ground type added to the water. Really like the vibes here. It looks like a more beefy, grown-up version of Mudkip. I like those line traits quite a bit. Mega Swampert, on the other hand, I'm going to go down to good. I think it's a little too beefy for my eyes, and it looks a little too overdone, which I know is kind of intentional for the Pokemon line. However, still not exactly my cup of tea. That is all of our 12 starters, if you include the entire evolutionary lines with Mega Evolution. Now I'm going to continue really quick, but I do have one more message for you, so I'm going to let you see that quick. Howdy, howdy, fellow PT creative fans out there. We have a project near and dear to our hearts that we really want you to check out. Over on our YouTube channel, you can go check out the Pokemon Bliss Oblivion Project. It's one of our favorite projects we've ever gotten the chance to work on, where we're creating new Pokemon on a weekly basis and creating our own Fakemon region. They're called the Helzari region. There you're going to see new starter Pokemon, or as you can see to your right if you're on video, a new Eevee evolution. So many cool new Pokemon and vibes are going to be found here on the Pokemon Bliss Oblivion Project, and it's going to make it help your day out. Go support some art that you would love to see. Go check out the Pokemon Bliss Oblivion Project, available every single Wednesday on PT Creative. Go check it out now. And we're back! Thank you guys. I want you to really, really, really check out that Pokemon Bliss Oblivion Project. I think you're going to really... because those new Pokemon are dope. But we're going to have a long run of Pokemon here. Puchinia. Damn good. Love Puchinia. Simple vibe. Could be a wolf. Could be a hyena. What is it? Don't know, but it's a Dark Knight dog looking thing, and I like it. Mightyena. I think Mightyena goes down to the good category. I could even put it in a good average kind of mix. Love the fur basis. I really like that. Just it loses some of the charm that Puchinia has, which I don't like, which immediately takes it down. Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon is greatness. Zigzagoon, I'm not going to lie, could go into a phenomenal category. Such a different design palette compared to a lot of Pokemon in the past. We got a lot of rounded designs in the past. Zigzagoon is so angular. I love that with that zigzag pattern. Such a great basis to go off a raccoon, which is a little bit more useful in game. Love Zigzagoon. Linoon, like the Badger style, wish it was a little bit better in usage. It's going to go to good. I love it. It gives me Badger vibes. I'm from the Badger State. Represent. But it just loses some, and it goes a little bit more ferret than it does badger, and I wish it stuck a little more. Wurmple's just a little guy. Wurmple's just a little guy. And it's going to the good category. Really like the color palette with the red. Really sticks out compared to traditional bug type Pokemon that we've seen thus far, especially Route 1s. Really enjoy that. Alright. Silcoon. Silcoon is. Please no. Average. No, I'm going to go please no. It's not that it's a bad Pokemon, it's just kind of like, alright. And it doesn't really give much visual appeal, so it goes, alright. And right away, I'm just going to take Cascoon there. I like that Cascoon looks a little bit angrier, but other than that, just kind of like, alright, whatever. It lacks the personality that Metapod and Kakuna have, which is clearly the vibe they're going for. However, Beautifly, I think Beautifly is very good. Love the design work here. Would like to see Beautifly get a little bit of a glow up, similar to a Vivillon, in which, or Vivillon, where it has different wing patterns. I think that'd be really smart for Beautifly. I really like it, and the weird curly nose actually helps it, which is something at first I think I don't like. Then I really come around to it because it makes it feel more fantastical and fits the Pokemon. Dustox, similar. I really like Dustox. The color palette's a little weird for me with the red and purple mix. I'm never a huge fan of that color mixture. I just think it doesn't necessarily really achieve much of what it's trying to do. The only design I ever know of that works really well with purple and red is Magneto, and even Magneto looks a little ridiculous from the X-Men. But I love that color palette. Otherwise, with the green, yellow, and purple, would have replaced the red with a little something different. Lotad. Lotat's just a little guy. It's a little guy, and I'm gonna go Lotat's good. Nothing spectacular, nothing great, but sometimes that's all you need for a Pokemon. So, Lotad I like. Lombre, on the other hand, that's please no. Lombre almost has go away heat. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think what intentionally they were going for. There are people that believe that Lombre is similar to a Jinx in that it's a very offensive design. I think Lombre gets away from that for the most part. It looks a little bit more Kappa to me than it does racist stereotype. However, knowing where Ludicolo goes, I could see why people believe that. It would ride between Go Away Heat and Please No. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt because I don't believe it's going the same way Jinx is. So I'm going to say Please No, but could very easily understand Go Away Heat. Ludicolo, on the other hand, I really adore the vibes to, like the color palette. I just think there's something lacking in the design. This would be more C plus B minus territory on average for me. I like Ludicolo, I like the design of it, but I just don't think it's executed perfectly. Seedot, on the other hand, just a little guy, and it's perfect. Take something intangible in the living world and make it a tangible thing. Or take something tangible, but not something necessarily that we see as a creature, and make it a creature. I love that kind of vibe in Pokemon. Making an acorn in Pokemon, love that. And Nuzleaf is right alongside with damn good. I don't know if I want to go to greatness category. You saw me contemplate it, though. I really, really like Nuzleaf. I think it's a logical design to get from C-Dot to Nuzleaf. That's really fun to me. So, not bad. Overall, seeing that there. Shiftry, on the other hand, Shiftry, I'm not going to lie, has almost go-away heat for me. I'm going to put it into Please No. I know it's supposed to be this big monstrous thing, and almost like a forest demon kind of vibe. I just don't love the execution. I think it really, really is too far away to departure from Nuzleaf, and it was such a fun, cutesy vibe that I think you want to kind of keep the vibe and not go for the monstrosity. If you're going to do the monstrosity, you either have to grow to that, and I don't think Nuzleaf does that, or start with the beastly, ugly monstrosity and then go to cute, kind of like the Feebas line. It's just a design quirk or design line that I have in mind when I do things. I don't like when things get a little too Digimon-esque, which is they just kind of jump from something to another thing. I like when there's coherent structure to get them there, and I think Shiftry kind of breaks that. Tailow's fine. Average Pokemon. I got no beef with it. Actually, I'll put Taillow in good because I like the design. Happy guy. It's nice. Nice color palette for a Route 1 bird. And Swellow, it's fine. It's fine. It's an average Pokemon. Wingull, same deal. Good vibes. Love the Seagull vibe Pokemon. Really interesting to get that. I love the use of the blue with the striping. Very smart, intelligent usage there. Really like that. Pelipper, going back to average, loses some of the charm of Wingull. Not as cutesy. Problematic for me. Ralts. Ralts is just a little guy. And it's damn good to see Ralts. I'm going to go straight to Curly as well into the damn good category because it's got that weird ballet dancer vibe to it as well. I really like Ralts and Curly's design, and this is the use of red and green really well, in my opinion. Similar to the Sceptile and Trico lines. That red is the accent, it's the highlight, but the green and the white really wash it out and allow it to stand out. Really like that. And I like the logical conclusions to where you can go in the line. I think that's fun and unique, and it still gives a mystery about it that provides the psychic typing and then eventually the fairy typing when it came into play, but it doesn't immediately hit you over the head. You kind of have to figure it, which I like. Gardevoir is going to greatness. Gardevoir is an absolutely beautiful, elegant Pokemon. I love where the red kind of shifts down, makes it more of a heart piece, but gives it a weird vibe to it. And then how the hair is made from the green leaf style pattern and it goes down to divide the face. I think that's really smart design choices. That's great. And then I'm going to go first phenomenal for sure is Mega Gardevoir. Mega Gardevoir is damn near perfection. Love the design work. Love how the red piece becomes almost a stylish vest or piece of armor. The dress comes into play a little bit more and gives it a little bit more shape. I love how the wings jut out a little bit more in the design. That's a Mega done well, where it already takes a really good design that was great on its own and flips it on and kind of accentuates the positives that the design already had. I love that Mega designing. That's why I love Mega Gardevoir. Surskit. Love the color palette. Really fun. Is just a little guy. So Surskit goes there. Masquerain is a really interesting concept that I just don't know if I love the execution of. I love the angry face on a cutesy little guy. I think that's a really fun, interesting dynamic to play based off of some creatures in the real world. I think that's really fun. I just don't know if I love the execution of Masquerain. So that's why I'm going to go average. Shroomish. If you hate Shroomish, most people are going to hate you. Shroomish is damn good. That is the little guy of little guys. So much fun. Very similar themes to C-Dot. I love him just kind of being there and being this grumpy little fellow. Perfect. Could very easily see that being an existing thing inside of Pokemon. And Breloom I don't have beef with, but I wish it was a little bit more like Shroomish. It's a little... It's going to ride the good and average line for me. I'll put it into average because I think it's kind of more in that C plus B minus territory than good should be. I like it. It's fun. I don't necessarily understand its typing, getting to fighting, and then not really having a means of fighting outside of these little toe claws. I don't read these red claws as really something of danger, which is a problem. Slackoth, cutesy, fun, love the vibe, clearly get the message right away with how it's being presented. Really enjoy that element to it. You understand it's just a sleepy little guy. And there's a lot of personality in this design, especially with the head scratching over the top like that. Love that. I think that's a really smart design choice. Vigoroth. Now, Vigoroth is really interesting because I've learned to really love Vigoroth, especially in in-game use, as I've been playing more Gen 3 style randomizers. Vigoroth can be an absolute tank. That helps it. I like how wild it gets, and it kind of goes from sleepy child to super energetic teen. I really like that vibe. And the white stark contrast design is tremendous. This is something that I like where it can be hinted at just ever so slightly on Slackoff with the claws, and then it completely bursts into something new, but there are still unifying ties like the eyes, like the nose, like the mouth, that really make me like this design. The back sprite's a little odd though. And then slacking. Slacking is absolute genius. Slacking is greatness. The I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put Vigoroth up to damn good, and then I'm gonna go greatness on slacking. This is the way an evolutionary line should work to me, where you're building an accentuated character and giving it more personality as you go. And I like how this is a logical way to represent a lot of humans as well. As we start off slow, tired, trying to figure out what we want to do, and then we get huge bursts of energy as teens, and we want to just do stuff. And then we kind of come back and we're like, yo, can we just chill? But we still have this uber power. It's very much a creator relationship in which you start slow, you think about it a lot, and then you just want to do. And then learn as a creator far more that you have to pick your spots. And you use your talents for uber power, kind of like slacking does, and then you got to take a break. I think I love that vibe in slacking. Slacking's a really smart design that way. Like the keeping the white fur, but then going back to the slack off color scheme a little bit more. Genius on slacking. Love slacking. Nincada. Nincada's an interesting one. It's average. Got no beef with it. It's fine. It's a bug. Ninjask is a please no for me. I don't think it comes together very well. It lacks even some of the cutesiness that Nincada could have. Doesn't really hit that ninja-esque style that's clearly hinted at by the name. It looks like a weird deformed kind of Beedrill, almost look like it. Don't love that. Like a weird cross between a Beedrill and a Kabuto, and it's not working well, even though those Pokemon should work well because they're awesome. Not a fan. Shedinja, on the other hand, that's phenomenal, my friends. Shedinja with the halo. The halo is so great. It looks so derpy. It looks like a husk. It looks like a shell. It looks like something that's been dead. Genius. Love that. And then the halo effect over the top. So good. And the way it's used in game with only 1 HP. Really, really smart design gimmick there. Love that. Shedinja is super fun and has a lot of personality in the I like. Whismer's fine. I'll go as far as to say Whismer's a please no. It's a fine Pokemon. I don't think it's replaceable. Loudred, I think, is pretty good. Loudred is a really unique way to play with sound and subwoofers inside of a design, make it a big wide mouth Pokemon. It's just a little monster that I really enjoy and I think is fun. And then Exploud, I am torn because part of me loves Exploud because of the gaping mouth, the design. It looks like such a monster. Part of me says average because there's just something that doesn't make it stand out enough. So I'll split the difference and call it good. I love the pipe organ style horns. I think that's great. The gaping mouth again is so good. Something about it holds it back a little bit. And I think it might be just an in-game. It's not really all that important. The whole Whismer line, because it plays so much into sound, really makes me think they were going to try to do an acoustic or sound typing for Pokemon and then just abandon it because this would be a great foundation piece to go. But it'd be fun to see someone use that. That's the obvious choice when I'm designing game elements for the Pokemon Bliss Oblivion Project. I'm always thinking of, could we do a new typing? And an audio-based one or a sound-based one is a logical choice, and there's a lot of Pokemon now that could use that, but the Whismer line is the obvious choice where you could go, take them from normal, and make them a second typing, which would be really enjoyable and fun. We go to Makuhita and Hariyama. Makuhita kind of looks just like a doughboy trash bag kind of thing, but he's kind of cute. I don't know. I like him because he's just weird. It's an interesting take on a sumo wrestler. I kind of love the color palette. It's going back. It's giving similar shaping to that Pikachu, which is really smart. And to use that color palette with the red cheeks is smart. Another one that I think is absolutely tremendous. I'm going up to greatness, and I would consider. Nah, I'm doing it. I love it too much. I think Hariyama is such a smart design. Love the wide body, big bodied monster vibe to it. Love that. It's not too humanoid, which would be a lot of people's concerns, especially with the three-finger just style paddle hands. But I love the sumo skirt dress style design work on the bottom with like a black pant. I think that's really really cool. Everything looks makes this feel like a Pokemon. And just you can feel the tankiness, you can feel the beef behind this Pokemon, you can feel the size behind this Pokemon. I really enjoy that. If you're gonna play it, if you're gonna be small and cutesy, be small and cutesy. If you're gonna be big and giant, be big and giant. Own your shit. Hariyama owns its shit. Love, love, love Hariyama. We're going to take a quick pause for the cause, but we'll be right back, folks, after these messages. Hey, friends, I know you're enjoying this show, but we want to prime you for a new show. Go check out the weekly schedule over at PT Creative and find your new favorite podcast or show to watch. Monday and Thursday, you get the Far Out Football podcast with news, analysis, and notes of the NFL season, plus great projects during the off season like draft analysis and what if questions like what if the NFL expanded. Tuesday, go to the ONETA Show for absurd takes and fun all around. The topics in entertainment, gaming, movies, television, you name it, ONETA Show is going to talk about it. Wednesday, you can go check out the Pokemon Bliss and Oblivion Project, in which new Pokemon are being designed every single week as we create the Halzari Fakemon region. Friday, it's kind of a fun, laid-back day over at PT Creative. You can go open some brand new Pokemon card packs, or get some new specials and seasonal content coming your way on a Friday. And finish your week out with the Wisco Movie Watchers podcast on Saturdays. Get great movie recommendations, learn some movie history, and just have a grand old time listening to some dialogue. It's going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun over on Saturdays, just like it is every single day over at PTE Creative. Go check out new podcasts, new content, new shows every single Monday through Saturday over at PTE Creative. Now enjoy the rest of your show. Alright, folks. Trying to get a little Dan Hanses shout out there for my boys at Heed the Call. Love that podcast. And if you're a football fan, I'd highly recommend you check it out. Just like you should check out Far Out Football Podcast like you just learned about in our weekly sketching. Keep checking out that content. We appreciate it. Well, let's get back into it, folks, with Azurill. Azurill is the definition of fine to me. Average, cutesy, fine. Nose Pass. Nose Pass is really cool. I like the design work on Nose Pass. It's going into good. Great use of the steely blue into the red highlighting. Really fun design work. Good way to play on the compass vibe. Love that. And Skitty. Skitty is damn good. I love Skitty because it just looks like such a cutesy, fun kitten Pokemon. The fact that there aren't more cat Pokemon kind of shocks me because, especially the popularity that cats have in this world, especially internet based love for cats is absurd. As someone who lives with young cats, I can tell you, Skitty is a vibe. And the fact that it can chase its own tail and it has a reason to because it's got the little highlight ball trio of balls on its tail. Great. Love it. Skitty is damn good. Love Skitty. Delcatty's going to go down to the good category. There's nothing offensive about it to me. There's still a little elegance to it, which I do like, but it's got a weird neck pillow kind of thing. I would argue, like, Delcatty to me is a B, mostly because it keeps wise traits that Skitty has. I could see it going to average. It is a pretty average Pokemon, but it keeps really wise elements, and there's still a cutesy elegance to it that I like. Sableye is a Pokemon. With Sableye, I really enjoy using it in-game. It's just design work isn't tremendous for me. It's kind of looks like a little gremlin that just got jewels slapped on it. That I'm not crazy about. Mega Sableye, on the other hand, I'll go into the damn good category because it tells a story. Again, it looks like a similar design in which it just kind of had jewels slapped on it, but giving it the all red look and hiding behind its chest jewel that's now grown, such a smart choice. Always kind of telling a story with the design work is something I'm a huge fan of. I love the storytelling aspects of the Mega Sableye design, which is why I'll take it to game. Mawile. Mawile is a Pokemon that I think the Pokemon Company believes we like more than we do, or vice versa. It's just never really found its place of where it belongs. Mawile is a cool design choice. I'll go to good on it. Um, it's just never. It's not great, but it's good, and I like the design work idea behind um, innocent girl with huge giant trap mouth on the back. That's fun. Mega Mawile, on the other hand, I'm going to damn good. I love the weird alien looking tentacle destroyer mouth. Love that as the hairpiece. That's really fun. I like that it picks up a little bit more pink in its design, and lets it look a little bit more savage. Love that about Mega Mawile. That's fun. Aeron. I like Aeron. Aeron's pretty average though, so it's a silver little guy. Lyron. Lyron, on the other hand, I'm a huge supporter of Lyron. I think Lyron looks so enjoyable. Lyron is greatness to me. I would consider it even up as phenomenal. It's a hot take for a lot of people. This is what a Pokemon to me should look like. Kind of creature-esque, but kind of otherworldly. Plays on the color scheming really well. Kind of gives me a little bit of Hodag vibes, which is a cryptid creature that's based off of story reports in northern Wisconsin. That always helps. Yes, I'm biased because it's Wisconsin based in that idea that I see. But I just like the design work. It can look happy, but it kind of looks savage. Looks kind of tanky. Love the ridge spike on its back. Looks almost like a dinosaur, but then a rhinoceros, but then it's just its own thing. And that's always fun in design work for Lyron. Aggron detracts a little bit, and I'm not crazy about it. But it's good. It's a good design. I wish it stayed quadrupedal. I don't think the bipedal route was the best thing for Aggron. Kind of kaiju vibe. That's fun though. I just think it lacks some of the fun that line has. And then we go to Mega Aggron. I think Mega Aggron becomes average. To me, that's again overdoing a Mega. And I'm not a huge fan of Mega Aggron, frankly. It looks like a big beefy tank of something. What is? I don't know, but it's not in a good way, it's a bad way. Metatite. I think Metatite's a tremendous design. I know a lot of people think it could look like it has a diaper on, which whatevs, that's fine. Love the color scheming, love the headpiece. Gives concentrating monk that is a badass kind of vibes to me. Really like Metatite. I think it's super fun. Metacham, on the other hand, no. I'm not gonna lie. Metacham kind of has go away heat for me. I think it loses a lot of the appeal and just looks like some weird, big lipped, big mouthed, odd, almost Indian stereotype, which is why I put Mega Metacham in there as well. I know there's people out there that don't think of it that negatively. It's just kind of weird to me. Loses all the appeal of Metatite. Metatite I really like, and then to get to it's one of those designs that you're like, oh, it's so cool. I can't wait to see what they do next. Then you see it and you're like, that sucks. I can't stand that one. That's kind of how I feel about Metacham and Mega Metacham. Electrike. Electrike is fine. I want to like Electrike more, especially because it's a dog. There's part of me that says, oh, make it good, because I kind of dig it, but it's fine. It's not great. Manectric. Part of me really likes Manectric. Part of me just thinks it's meh. I'll put it into good. It'd be flirting with that like 83% line, 84% line. Kind of like in school grading systems. You know how if you in some schools if it's like 81 or 80 to 82 it's a B minus. Some it's 83. That's kind of where I view Manectric. There's redeeming qualities about it that I think are fun, but then there's pieces that I just wish were done better, and that's what I'm not crazy about. And then Mega Manectric, I can't stand. It has go away heat for me. Here's my issue. I think Manectric has flaws that could be exploited to make it great, where you could do more with the headpiece, the side pieces, the back tail. All of that could be made more wild. This, on the other hand, in Mega Manectric, it looks like you just slapped a giant lightning bolt on top of its body. What is it supposed to do? How is it supposed to move? Makes no sense to me. Loses all the appeal of the original design. Go away, Heat, for me. Plusle and Minin or Minin, they're average. Hey, what if we made partner Pikachus, but they have kind of like Pichu's body? They make a plus and a minus sign on them. They're fine. Volbeat and Illumies. Honestly, Volbeat's kind of weird. I'm gonna go to Please No. It's just a weird design. I don't know. It's just weird. Illumies, I like the color palette more. It takes it up to average. It's the only reason it's saving grace there. Meanwhile, Roserade's a good Pokemon. I really like where it goes from there. It's a fun design work element, and where it becomes this humanoid plant thing that's not perfect but good, and I enjoy it. Gulpin, average. It's a ball with a leaf on its head that's a scum sucker. Like the idea for it. Swalot. Swalot's red eyes take it down to Please No. Just got not crazy about that. I think that's problematic to me. Carvanha. Carvanha is really cool. I think Carvanha goes up into the damn good category. Really love the primary color palette and the big underbite. And then shows these super angry eyes. I adore that in Carvanha. That's really fun. And then you get to Sharpedo, and I'm one of the people that thinks Sharpedo is a downgrade, not an upgrade. It looks like you just took half a shark and cut it off, put an X on its head. That's what I'm not crazy about. I get it's supposed to be a torpedo on a shark. I think there are better ways to execute that. I don't like that it feels like you just cut off half a shark's body, made it more blue, and put an X on its head. And then Mega Sharpedo is pretty much the same thing. I like how the shape elongates to give a different kind of shark vibe. That's kind of fun. But again, I'm just looking for something sort of tail-like that could make it work. The torpedo easily could have been... that'll be a fun one for me to redesign one day when we start doing some redesigns on the channel. Sharpedo could be an interesting one for me that I'd like to try to challenge myself with. Whalmer. Whalmer's a good Pokemon. Why? Because it's just a big old ball whale. And sometimes simplistic really works as long as the character works. I love that. Wailord, same deal. It's damn good. It's just a giant ass blue whale, and it's just a little guy though. Look at his face. Look at its face. It still gives just a little guy, even though it's the biggest Pokemon in the world. I adore that, and that's what makes whales super cool. As someone who just got home from a vacation a couple weeks ago where I did get to go whale watching and saw a lot of whales up in Alaska, they're absolutely breathtaking creatures, and really enjoy... I've so thoroughly enjoyed getting to see a variety of different whales interacting. Saw some humpback whales, a lot of orcas, and we saw one other whale. It's gonna kill me that I can't remember the species, but really interesting vibes. And Wailord has that and keeps all the majesty that whales has, while also just being a giant blimp. It's so strange, but I love Wailord. It's a damn good design for me. Numel. Numel is damn good. Numel is genius. Just a little guy. And I like the color palette. Green, you just never see green really used on fire type Pokemon, which really makes it feel like it's got this evergreen thing, that it's growing into something special. I like that in Numel. And then Camerupt, to me, really hits home that design. I think you lose a little bit. I wish the color palettes were a little bit more united, but I love that Camerupt looks grumpy. Like it grew this extra hump on its back, and it's almost inconvenienced by it, and it loses some of the cutesiness, and there's some character work to that. And I really appreciate that. And I love Camerupt. Camerupt's just a fun Pokemon to have around. The blue circles, I could probably change those a little bit to more of the yellow vibe or even the green vibe, honestly. Could be fun, but I enjoy that. And then Camerupt, I think Camerupt loses a lot of the appeal for me. I'm going to go Mega Camerupt. I should say Mega Camerupt loses the appeal that Camerupt does. I really like the artwork of the volcano, so I'll keep it in good because I really like the artwork of the volcano coming out a little bit more. But it just becomes this weird furry rug thing. It loses its limb definition, and the face kind of loses something too. Not crazy about that. I love the idea of a great Camerupt Mega Evolution, but I just don't think this Mega Evolution's a great execution of that. Torkoal's genius. Love Torkoal. Love the smoky vestiges coming out of the nose and the back. Again, the volcano vibes. Perfect design work for the. Oh my god, it's gonna drive me crazy. What's the name of the town that Flannery's in? Regardless, Mount Chimney. It's a really fun design work for Mount Chimney, and so much that volcano basis up Lava Ridge. Near Lava Ridge, really enjoy that Pokemon typing there with Torkoal. And I love just the big, weird, fire-based turtle that blows smoke. That's super cool. Love that for Torkoal. Spoink. I really enjoy Spoink. Just a little guy. Very, very whimsy. Really enjoy that part of it. And the big pearl on the top with the spring tail just makes it very Pokemon-esque. Grumpig, on the other hand, is a please no. And I could go as far as Go Away Heat. Grumpig kind of has that for me. Great redesign if you ever want to see it from subjectively. Really, really good YouTube channel has taught me a lot about character design, especially Pokemon design. They did a really cool Grumpig redesign. Highly recommend subjectively. Or True Green 7. They both do really good reworks of Pokemon. Really enjoy them, and they both work together in that video. Grumpig, just how do we go from this very cutesy guy to that? Loses all the appeal. Not fun. Spinda. I'm gonna go please no. Spinda's a fun idea that just isn't executed well. Weird color palette. I think one of the biggest things I have against Hoenn is the color palettes kind of get weird. Spinda's one for me, and it's like, I don't know about this weird kind of pale red with the odd burlap sack beige. I'm not sure about that. And then we go Trapinch. Trapinch is fine. It's fine. Whereas Vibrava, I think Vibrava gains a lot of personality, especially in this sprite work of it. Looks kind of like a determined cutesy bug. Really enjoy that. I love the wing patterns of Vibrava with the black and green style to them, or the charcoal and green. Really like that design work. Very fun. Wish it unified a little bit more with Trapinch, but that's fine. And then we go to Flygon. Flygon is great. What a great design for Flygon. Thoroughly enjoy Flygon. Again, great use of the green and the red together. That seems to be a trait in Hoenn. I'm seeing a lot of that in Sceptile, the Ralts line. Dustosk has it. Breloom has it. Just these really smart usages of Lombre has it. These really smart uses of these differentiating colors, where the red is used so sparingly that when it's so saturated on the eyes and makes those visor-like eyes, it really helps Flygon's design. What a tremendous Pokemon. I adore Flygon. Cacnea. I really like Cacnea. Cacnea is fun. Great color palette. I think of everything I've put in good so far, Cacnea might be the one I like the most. I just like that it becomes this monstrous cactus and you get a crown on it. I think that's sometimes you don't need to upscale things so much to make them Pokemon. Sometimes it's just, what if a cactus was alive? That I really like. And then Cacturn, Cacturn goes to average. It loses a lot of the appeal. For someone who loves green, It's weird for me to say this. Too much green needs a different color to really make it something. I love the idea of a cactus scarecrow. Love that idea. Just don't love the execution of it here. Swablu, beautiful, cutesy, love it. It's a good Pokemon. Just a little bird with cloud wings. Really smart. And then Altaria. Altaria, for me, ironically enough, a lot of people think Altaria should be so good, damn good, or even better. I think it's a good Pokemon. I I don't lose my shit like a lot of people do to Altaria, but Altaria is very fun and a good way to get to a dragon typing a different way. Mega Swablu or Mega Altaria, I'll flirt with. It's gonna flirt here. I'll put it in a damn good just because of this. Love the color palette flip. Just very soft blue. And then it's just like, it seems like clouds are just kind of enveloping it. It kind of gets a cloud crown. It's just a weird, unique design for it. I think it loses a little bit of definition that's good about Altaria, but the color swap is really smart, and I really like that. And as if it's just being enveloped by clouds, I like that storytelling element. I like that of Mega Altaria. Zangoose. Zangoose is fine. I got no beef with it. Intimidating looking Pokemon. It's fun. It's got an M on its chest. It's fine. Seviper. Again, red and purple usually don't work for me. It's an average Pokemon. It looks like a poisonous snake. Is a poisonous snake. Great. Lunatone. Lunatone, I'll put an average. Like, I like Lunatone, but there's not a whole lot to go off of, except it's a crescent moon with a nose. It's fine. Solrock, same deal. I don't think I can go super high on Lunatone and then Solrock be like, oh, Solrock's so good. I enjoy both these designs. I just wish there was a little bit more. I think there's a lot more story to tell. These are two Pokemon that I think would do really well with regional variants, Mega Evolutions, Dynamax, or Gigantamax specifically with these two could be really, really interesting. Stay tuned. I might have something for you in the future for these two Pokemon on Pokemon Bliss Oblivion Project. But for right now, it's a rock that looks like a sun and a rock that looks like the Barboach. Barboach is... I'm gonna go please no. Barboach just pisses me off. It's just a little... Just a little prawn looking thing. I don't know, man. It's fine. It's whatever. Whiscash, same deal. I don't like Whiscash. I'll just straight up say it. I don't like it. It doesn't have go away heat for me. It's just a big blue fish. But I ain't crazy about it. Tell you what I am crazy about. This next message. Go check it out. Hey, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. You trying to get your platform to grow? So am I. And I want to help you out. Let's help each other out. I'm trying a new thing on my podcast and all of my weekly content. I have content Monday through Saturday on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, all kinds of different platforms, and I want to help you grow as well. So now, if you like, comment, subscribe on this video, or follow wherever you may be, you may get a shout out in one of my next projects. That's what I'm going to try to do for you because you're small-time creators just like me, and I want us both to grow. So like, comment, subscribe for more, follow wherever you can. Tell me a little bit about yourself, and I'll try to help you out as well by giving you a shout out. Let's go do this together. Peace. And we're back. We're back. Hope you guys check out that fun shout out there. Should be a whole heck of a lot of fun. Please go do that, friends. Go check out that shout out. We're back. Corphish. I like Corphish. It's just an average Pokemon. It's crab. It's fine. Crawdaunt, on the other hand, I think is really cool. Love the use of the blue here. The weird little midsection pincers, I'm not crazy about. However, I adore the star pattern on Crawdaunt. Crawdaunt, to me, gives sports team logo vibes that I really appreciate. I like that the pincers on the sides get even bigger. It just gains so much more personality that makes Crawdaunt really fun. I I really enjoy Ball Toy. It's average. It's fine. It's spinning top. Claydol, similar. Claydol's got more personality. It's got more color into it. I enjoy that aspect of it. However, it's a big spinning thing. Hello, my dear. Hi. Okay. It's fine. Oh, no, dinner's not going to be ready for almost 2 more hours. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's good. All right. Yeah. You're good. Don't worry about it. All right. It's fine. I got editing to do, so. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll leave it with you. Bye. Yeah, Cladle's fine. Lileep. I like the idea of Lileep, but it's I don't know. I like the alien look to it. That's pretty cool. But again, it's just kind of executed in a weird way. Cradily, that has please no to it. I love the idea of these two crawling on the ocean floor. I think that's pretty cool. Uh, but in terms of fossil Pokemon, they never really excited me. I think fossil Pokemon should have this kind of prehistoric edge to them, and neither of them do that. I know you can't do it all the time, but it's nothing that neither of them really speak to me. And Cradley's weird face that almost looks like not a face but is a face, and the theoretical eye looks like a tooth. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. Anorith. Yeah, I'm gonna go please no. Theoretical, interesting design. Not crazy about it. Armaldo, I'll go up to average. Really fun. Looks like it could be a monster. Looks like it could be the evolution of a weird creature. Enjoy that aspects about Armaldo. That's pretty cool. And like how the wings almost of Anorith become this kind of side piece neck thing. I enjoy that. That's pretty cool. Brandon. Phoebos. I really like the story of Phoebos. I'm not crazy about the overall design, but it's intentionally supposed to be ugly. So that's why I give it a pass. It's fucking ugly. But same time, it's enjoyable. And I do like the color palette of the lighter blue. Uh, so it's an interesting one. And my Milotic, Milotic, however you want to pronounce it. I'm going to go to damn good. A lot of people believe Milotic is the most beautiful Pokemon ever created. It has a Pokedex entry that similarly says that. I don't think it's that, but I think it's really pretty. It's very cool. Love the. I love that it takes all the color palette of Phoebos and keeps it and creates this beautiful Pokemon out of it, though. That's a really cool design element that I think is spectacular with Milotic. And really, really enjoy that aspect to it. Cast form. Go away, Heat. At least in this format. Um, it looks like a pair of testicles with a giant ball on top of it. I know what it's meant to be. Doesn't hit that for me. Suncast form does hit what they're trying to do. I'll go up to, I'll even say good on that one. I like that form of cast form. I also like this form of cast form, and I love this form of cast form. I think those are quite enjoyable and interesting little nods to have to make cast form work. Love the idea of the gimmick, hate the initial look of the gimmick. I just caught cast form in a Nuzlocke, a randomizer Nuzlocke of Fire Red, which soon to be on the channel. And the fact that I had to catch a cast form as my only option from an entire area absolutely sucks and really did not brighten my day when I had to do that. Cast form is just, ugh. Kecleon, though. Kecleon, on the other hand, though, is rad. Love the idea behind it. Love the gecko vibes to it. I know it's origin stories of the gecko lizard that kind of blends in with its surroundings. I adore that. So much fun. Kecleon has a personality to it in its design work. It's a good Pokemon. Shuppet. Shuppet is a Pokemon. It's fine. And then Bayonet, I'm going to go straight on Please No because they're kind of cohesive thoughts. And Mega Bayonet is also on the Please No. Here's my thoughts though. Shuppet looks like a weird. It looks like a weird ghost made out of a sheet for like an old school Halloween costume with a horn on its head. Okay, fine. It's fine. It's a little cutesy and fine. Bayonet loses all of that appeal of the cutesiness and goes to this weird otherworldly creature. And then it's just too strange, and the zipper mouth is a little extreme from Shuppet. And then you go to Bayonet, or Mega Bayonet from Bayonet. The color scheme is cooler, that hot pink with the black, all for that. On another one of the episodes of Subjectively where they redo Pokemon, one of the artists on the channel straight up just says, I'm a bitch for saturated colors. I'm a bitch for this saturated color of the pink. That's great. But the weird zippers going around Mega Bayonet are off-putting, and I don't think they achieve what the idea behind a Bayonet design is supposed to be. And it just looks... This looks like bad Tim Burton. I want good Tim Burton. I want bad Tim Burton. This looks like bad Tim Burton. Duskull, on the other hand, is rad. I adore Duskull. Duskull is a damn good Pokemon. I love the skull given the idea of two eyes, but there's really only one eye in there with the Reaper. This looks like a baby Reaper. Glorious. Dusclops is a good Pokemon. Looks like a weird ghost monster thing. Ties the designs a little bit together. I like that vibe. I wish it still had more Reaper vibes than Giant Cyclops vibes, but that's just me. It's still a good Pokemon. Tropius, super underrated Pokemon. I'll still say good because it's not great, but I really enjoy Tropius. It's one of my boy's favorite Pokemon. One of our co-hosts from back in the day, Kyle. Tropius is his favorite Pokemon. I totally understand that. The Banana Beard, glorious design choice. Love that. It just, something doesn't speak to make it better, but I like this flying dinosaur tree thing. Pretty cool. Chimecho. Chimecho's an interesting one. It's fine. It's a bell. Or it's a wind chime. It's fine. Here's where I'm going to piss off the internet. Absol's average. I know this hot topic generation of Gen Zers coming up behind me in the Pokemon world think Absol is one of the coolest fucking things ever. The hot topic crowd adores Absol. The asymmetrical design is a cool choice. It's just not something that I think is executed the best way it possibly could. I love the mythology behind Absol in the Pokemon lore. That's really, really cool, and I'm a huge fan of that. But overall, Absol just doesn't give me much to love. And I think it's pretty overrated on. Mega Absol, I'll go to good because of this. Mega Absol, I'll go to this. it just leans into the Hot Topic vibes and makes it a little bit more fun with the angel wings, the drooping side bangs. I think it speaks well to that crowd that already likes Absol, and it speaks to me more because it becomes more this angelic, anti-hero, dramatic teen vibe that was embracing Pokemon at the time. I love that for Mega Absol, and I love the angelic wings. And the color pattern on Absol is tremendous. Uh, it just doesn't personally speak to me as well. I think Absol's overrated. Mega Absol's pretty cool. Why not? Why not's genius. Love why not. Damn good Pokemon. And a little guy. But it has personality in the tail, the big bump on the head like a baby that doesn't control itself. Love that. Love the big floppy ears that are so spooky. Arms kind of as well. Really fun design work on Why Not's fun. Snorunt. I like Snorunt. Again, kind of just little guy vibes. Love the really triangular shape. I just don't get how it's supposed to be ice type. That's what kind of throws me off about Snorunt. I'd like a different color palette for that. Glalie, on their hand, Glalie has go away hate for me. I think Glalie is one of the ugliest Pokemon ever. I don't get how it's an ice type. I understand it's based off of Japanese lore and mythology. It's just not something that really speaks to me. And design work, it's a big ball with an armor cast all over it with horns, but it's an ice type. Why? Don't get that at all. Mega Glalie, on the other hand, I'll go as far as to say is average. This specifically, this design work, this sprite work here that I'm working with, because it looks far more monstrous and gives it more dimension. There's something extra and personable about this in which it has more of a personality. That's more what I'm looking for. The ice crystal horn vibe, much better. The eye sticking out with anger, much better. Love the face and love the gaping mouth. It embodies more of that personality that I think they wanted in Glalie and didn't get. This gives me more of that. I'll go as far as to say average for Mega Glalie. Spheal. Spheal's genius. Love Spheal. He's just a little guy. He's damn good. I'm not going to lie. Spheal's going up to greatness category. It's just a round seal walrus balloon thing. But it's pretty and fun and beautiful and cute. Love Spheal. Spheal for life. Sorry. For life. There we go. Celio. Celio goes to good, I guess. I still really like Celio. I think it loses some of the appeal of Spheal and loses the shaping that makes it really unique and fun. I still like the color palette. Meanwhile, Walrein. Walrein is genius. Walrein is awesome. Walrein is greatness. Love the tusks. Love the snowy looking fur that it gains. Like the body getting more of the flipper vibe to it, but it still has the ability to walk. Has that great walrus vibe. There's a huskiness to it and a power to it as well. I love everything about Walrein. Walrein is near perfection to me. I think Walrein is greatness. And also a great Pokemon to have on your team. Clamperl. I adore Clamperl. I'm going to go as far as to say Clamperl is great. I love the idea of what Clamperl could be. And just this sentient little thing protected in this little shell, hidden away from the world. And sleeping, waiting for its moment. Love the character work and the design of Clamperl. That's really fun. It's beautiful, elegant, cute to me. Meanwhile, these two, Huntail is a please no. Gorbis is go away heat. And I'm not going to lie, Huntail is going back down at a go away heat as well. The fact that you have such a beautiful, cutesy Pokemon with this elegance and radiance to it, and then you get these two that are both ugly, capture nothing of the personality of the original, don't go anywhere unique or different, they just become weird eels that are gross looking. Not here for it, go away heat, get away. However, on the other hand, Relicanth, I agree with the Pokedex entry that Relicanth is the perfect life form, hence the reason it hasn't changed in 300 million years. I don't know if it's the perfect life form, but I agree it's pretty damn good. I love the rocky, grumpy looking vibe of Relicanth's face. It gets the rockfish straight up so well. I love that the rock and water typing are above obvious here. You don't need the blues to tell you it's a water typing, because those blue colors, I should say, because of the fish vibes that you're already getting off of it. Tremendous. Relicanth is awesome. It's an underrated Pokemon. It should be used more. Love Relicanth. Love Disc. It's a heart that's a fish. It's a heart that's a fish. It's average. There's nothing to really hate about it, but it's nothing to really love about it either. Then we go to the Salamence line. Bagon. Bagon's damn good. I'm not gonna lie. Cute little dragon. It looks like a little guy that's got some power behind him. Love the big stick-up tooth. That's tremendous. I love that vibe. But then we get to Shelgon. Shelgon, I like the idea of the personality, but it's just a big old ball with legs and eyes. It loses all the appeal and the color scheming of Bagon that's really fun. Shelgon's average. Salamence is good. I really enjoy Salamence. I think it's a good Pokemon, but I don't think it's as special as people like to be. I think its best form is Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon is tremendous. It's a good Pokemon. It looks like a big old fat dragon. Just, it goes out horizontally in a different way than, whereas like Dragonite gets belly. Salamence just gets width. But they're both just big, chunky dragons. I like the vampire looking wing kind of though. It's pretty fun. It's a cool Pokemon. I just think it's slightly overrated. Beldum. Beldum has go away heat. It looks like a penis in the wrong renderings on Pokemon Go. Big problem with it. Don't like it at all. Metang. Metang, I'll go as to say average. It's a floating disc of steel with spikes. Okay. Metagross. Metagross is a damn good design. Really enjoy how tanky it looks. It looks powerful. It looks like a steel type. Love everything about Metagross's design here. I think it's tremendous. And then when you get to Mega Metagross, I will go as far as to say greatness. Accentuating the X on its face, awesome. Growing the spike more, awesome. More intimidating hands, paws, whatever the hell we're going to call Metagross's limbs, awesome. The fact that it grows sideways, it becomes this floating missile video game obstacle looking thing. I adore this. This looks like a boss out of a Sonic or Mega Man game from the 90s. Always around for that vibe. That's really cool. Just a great Pokemon design. A great way to accentuate what's already awesome about Metagross and turn it into something slightly different, but still unique and fun and interesting like Metagross is, but keep the similar features that work. Was that coherent? I think it was. But a fun Pokemon nonetheless. And I hope you guys really, really, really enjoy. We're going to have one more message for you all, and then we'll be back to finish our show. Stick right with us. Hey there once again, guys, but it's time now to focus on you. We've recently started a new segment in which we're shouting out fellow content creators that we'd love to see grow, just like we would ourselves. We want to be able to do this for you. We're going to highlight a very special podcast that you can find over on Spotify right now, and that is the Moo and Coo podcast. Head on over to Spotify and you can find this awesome podcast with two lovely co-hosts that mean the world to me. They have a variety of rotating topics that they talk about and a lot of fun stuff. Getting a lot of personal journeys. What does it mean to be an artist? What does it mean to be a streamer? And all kinds of other events that you can find. So go over to Spotify right now and you can go check out the Moo and Coo podcast right now. They're an awesome set of creators and they deserve the world. Go check them out now. And if you want to be highlighted on a future piece of content by PT Creative, all you got to do is subscribe, comment on this video, and we'll start talking and see if we can highlight you on a further project. Let us know. We want to help you guys grow just like we want to grow. Content creators got to unite. We got to make a world a better place for us. See you next time. And we're back, and we have nothing but legendary Pokemon to go to. And we're going to have some fun doing it. I'm going to just do the Regis all in one go here. Regirock, average. Regice, average. Registeel, average. They're special because they're legendary. They're not special because of their designs. They're big golems. Love the idea. Could have been better. I think I like Regice the most just because it's this weird big ice crystal thing. Love the dotted faces are different. All Regis are pretty much the same though. Big bulbous blob golem thing that is immediately supposed to give off typing. All three of those succeed in that. I think the best usage I've ever seen of all three is in the Pokemon Adventures manga series. They hold a little bit of weight there. That's good, but they're fine. Latias. I'll do Latias and Latios the same way. Both cutesy, both fun. These weird plane dragons with like jets on their back almost. That's pretty fun, frankly. Really unique design. You get dragon off of them without having to go classic dragon. I really enjoy that element of it. Latios having that cute vibe. Latios having a little bit more cool vibe. A little more standoffish vibe. I really like that. I like the subtle design twists because they're so unified, but they have similar elements to them. But, you know, the ears are slightly different direction where Latios goes up, or Latios goes up, Latios goes back and kind of slightly down. I love that the wings are more of a part of the standoffish grin, that scowl that Latios has. That's really cool. Just subtle design work changes that I like, which already are good designs. It's really fun. And the gray from the white on Latios from Latias is a really fun character vibe. Really appreciate both of these designs there. And then Mega Latias / Latios, they're pretty much the same thing. To me, this looks more mech. I'm gonna go good. I think it loses some of the appeal where these two look like they could still be somewhat sentient creatures in the world. This becomes, it's a robot, and I'm not crazy about that. It's a cool mech. It's a cool Pokemon by itself. But from Latios and Latias, I'm not crazy about the mech look. Whereas then we get Kyogre. Kyogre is tremendous. Kyogre is greatness. Love the color scheming. Love the usage of it. Makes it look ancient. Makes it look powerful. It looks like it has speed to it, but it has muscle and growth to it and a lot of power. Really like the vibes off of Kyogre. And then Primal Kyogre is same deal. Just accentuates those and deepens the color palette. Enjoy it. I'm going to say pretty much the same thing for Groudon. I think Groudon's a pretty unique Pokemon here. It'll go up to the greatness category. I like the armored shell look all over it. I think that's really endearing. The spikes coming off it make it look more like this raw, powerful animal creature thing. And it looks still kaiju-esque. Love that. And then Primal Groudon, just again accentuating it. I think Primal Groudon, I'm actually going to lie. I'm going to move Primal Groudon down to even the good category. So it doesn't lose much of Groudon in terms of shape and design. Or I should say shape and similar design elements. But the yellow of the markings becomes a little too much and you lose me there. And then you lose the spiking on it as well to gain more of these Wolverine style looking claws, which I don't think work better than the original design. So that's why I'm going to say good on Primal Groudon. Rayquaza. Rayquaza is one of the greatest Pokemon designs ever made. I will fight anyone who says otherwise. Where did my Rayquaza go? It's not average at all. It is phenomenal. Rayquaza is by far, in a way, the easiest to judge in this design of Hoenn because Rayquaza is easily the best Pokemon out of Hoenn. Rayquaza is I think it could be argued easily top 10 Pokemon design, and it can push top 5 easily. I completely understand why people say Rayquaza is their favorite Pokemon, or Rayquaza, however you want to say it. Aztec Dragon has dragon vibes, goes away from traditional dragon tropes, though. Really fun. Again, it uses those color palettes that we see unification in with the major green, and then the accents of yellow and red, much like Sceptile, Flygon, Gardevoir line. All these great Pokemon have these unifying color schemes here, which is really great. Looks vicious, looks powerful, looks like it has a personality. but it doesn't immediately give you evil either, so you think it could be a guardian of something as well. This looks like a mythical beast. It looks like something that's straight out of a legend. Totally here for it. Rayquaza is perfect. And then you make perfection even better. Or maybe not better, but make it even more raw and majestic. I'm not crazy about the angular lined triangle blades coming off its face. I think that's a slight downgrade. What I think is an upgrade is those ancient glowing whiskers that give even more classic dragon. That's so pretty and so beautiful. And Mega Rayquaza, and Mega Rayquaza in their shiny forms, you can't outdo that shiny. That shiny's so good. These two are perfection. Love them. Jirachi's really cool. Jirachi's really fun. Cutesy little Pokemon. I like Jirachi. Jirachi. It's a fun Pokemon. Interesting design work. Can see the psychic typing. I don't get the steel typing. But it's so cutesy and fun that I'll give it to it. It looks like a shooting star. So that's fun for a Wish Pokemon. And Deoxys. I adore Deoxys. I think Deoxys is super underrated. I'm going to go to the greatness category for Deoxys. It's such a smart design. The thing I love about Deoxys is whether to place all of them in the same one. I think this Deoxys is also great. This, in my opinion, I love defense form Deoxys. No! No! Where did my tier list go? I just lost my entire tier list. I'm going to thank God. I was about to lose my mind. Where did my Deoxys go? There it is. Definitely not a please no. I think defense form Deoxys is actually the best one. Love the beefy tank look to it. Looks like it's got some power behind it, some muscle behind it. I really like that. Speed form is probably my least favorite, which is why I'll put it in the good category. I think it loses a bit of its vibe. But attack form and defense form are really good accents to the OG form or the origin form, whatever the hell it's called. I really love the concept behind Deoxys in that it's weird alien Pokemon from space, but it's foundational blocks of DNA in which it can morph into different things. I think that's such a smart and unique design choice. And the color palette makes it feel this weird otherworldly, feel like a weird otherworldly being. That's a super cool design trope that I absolutely adore when you can go into that. And it feels like an alien invading Pokemon, but that's also a Pokemon. Love Deoxys. Deoxys is great. But that is all of our rankings. So let's see here. Let's count them up. We have 8 in Go Away Heat. And please know you're looking at about 19 Pokemon. So that's quite a few, but not as much as I thought there would be. Average, you're looking at 48 average Pokemon. So about almost a fourth of the Pokedex, or a fourth of the Pokedex of Hoenn, I would say is pretty average. And that's fine. That's normal for a Pokemon region. A lot of good here, though, with 51 designs being in the good category. So we got above average Pokemon. A lot of popular choices that I think are fun but aren't as good as people believe are in this good category. That's probably highlighted here with Aggron, Sharpedo, Altaria for sure, Salamence, Mega Absol, Primal Groudon, Mega Latias and Latios. I could see those all getting higher on other people's rankings. They're just not there for me. Then we have a really unique 35 in the damn goods. That's really high a rate where I think something's pretty much an A. That's really tremendous ratings right there for Mega Evolutions. Help in that to give higher numbers, but nonetheless, the storytelling elements are here in a lot of these Pokemon. And then you get to the greatness category. I think there's almost 24 great designs here that really are creme de la creme, where they're the furthest from failure you could probably get. And then you have those 5 phenomenal designs that, to me, just shine above all of them. This is a really well-rounded gen. Gen 3, I think, is where you get... Gen 3 may be the most well-rounded generation of Pokemon designs, and the fact that you still get some duds, but you understand what they were trying to go for, and it's not as much of a stark contrast failure as perhaps some past generations or even future generation failures of designs. So really unique, interesting way to look at Hoenn, and I was pretty happy doing this. And I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I know rankings podcasts or ranking shows are kind of everywhere, but they're always really fun to see. Really fun dynamic to get to, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to hear from you in the comments section. Tell me what you agree with and what you don't agree with. Let me know how you feel about this ranking. You can do so here on YouTube, or you can do that across all of our platforms. Let us know how you feel about it. Love to hear from you. Check out the rest of our stuff at our Etsy shop. Check out our socials, wherever you can connect with us. That'd be great. Love to hear from you. Peace, love, and hugs to you all. I'll check you on next week's episode of the ONETA Show.